Oh, how we doing, YouTube? Steve here. It is December the 28th, Thursday. Oop, I got the red light. I just did this video twice. I was backed in here one time, and my trailer had a little bit of dirt in it, so I had to sweep it out. I had to stop, sweep it out. This is a food grade product. I'm over in Melrose, Illinois, the west side. They seem to have a fair bit of these loads. I asked them, and well, at least the shipper does. I don't know if our company does, but not horrifically horrible to get to. But like most of these Chicago shippers, the streets aren't necessarily the best to get around on, and then the parking lots are pretty tight. And then they usually have their workers got their cars parked in the lot too, so it's pretty little tight to get in and around. And but this was a food grade product, and I just picked up this trailer from Elwood there, NFI Target, and I got a pretty new trailer because I thought I would be stuck with it, or I wanted to keep it, so I wanted a new one. So I grabbed this, asked for this one in particular, a new one, and so I knew it would be a good trailer. And I looked in it when you know, when you pull out of that, some of them places they check, make sure you didn't steal nothing, and I didn't see really any much thing in there, but I should have realized this was a food product. Of course, I really didn't have any place I could stop and clean it out anyway, but oh, here's a catfish container pulling the Schneider trailer. But Schneider seems to have a lot of different companies pulling trailers lately. I wonder if they can't get enough drivers, or just don't want to hire drivers, so they're having more contractor freight. I do not know. Oh, he was just in and out. You can't see any of that, but that's what just happened on the other side of the camera. Yes, I got this. I delivered that this morning. That one out of west of Indy. I drive a hook. And then picked up, come up here, about 30 miles, Chicago traffic, but wasn't too bad. Construction. And here, and hopefully, I'm here at noontime, so could be sketchy. They might be going to dinner break. That is the one tricky thing when you get in around Chicagoland. Sometimes the boys lack a little bit for ambition, so they don't get in a big rush. So, but hopefully, he's got the red light. He's got the red light on, so I'm listening. It sounded like he was making noise back there. Anyway, I was going to talk a little bit. I was watching James the other day, or this morning, I guess is when I was watching it. They was talking about APUs. Oh, good, he's loading me. I thought maybe they'd break for lunch. It's not a heavy load, so, but I said it's food ingredients, so I think it's stuff to make seasoning. I think I've been to this place before in Evansville. It's going to Evansville. I don't even know what it's 900. 900 is the rate. I didn't look and see how many miles it was. I don't really care. I drive to Evansville all the time anyway. 349. 349, 900, so it's up 270, 280, something like that a mile. I'll deliver this first thing in the morning, and then come up and grab another one back to Elwood for 500. I think that's what that one pays coming back. Danville, Illinois. I'm not sure where. I think it's Danville, Illinois. I gotta look and see. And it'll be 1,400 for that Evansville loop. That's usually what I make for that Chicagoland Evansville loop, about 1,400 gross. That's gross before they're 20. But that's usually about where I land, and I try to get 5 of them a week, but usually I only end up about 4. Or lately it's been hard to get 3, but anyway, I've sidetracked from what I really meant to talk about. They were talking about APUs this morning or last night, whenever they did that video on James Best channel, and I'm just going to throw my 2 cents in there from personal experience. And the Volvo that I had, Arca, the trucks that I lease from Arca, they all have green APUs on them. As soon as they buy a truck, it goes, when it's brand new, it comes to their yard, and usually before they even put the stickers on it, it goes over to green APU, which isn't horribly a long ways away from the Arca yard, and it gets a green APU put on it. So I've had 3 trucks with green APUs on them, all Volvos, but they had green APUs on them. And I have this Peterbilt that when I bought it has the Thermo King Evolution or whatever they call it. And I'm just going to say this: that green APU runs more on accident than this stupid Thermo King does on purpose. This Thermo King is not a good unit at all compared to that green APU. It's like they're 2 different items. Like one's an APU and this other thing is something that hangs on the side of your truck. It is not, it doesn't, I don't know, James was saying he's having trouble with getting his to start. And mine does a very similar thing. Crank, 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 and then it starts and it acts like it's running on about a half a cylinder, and smokes like it's trying to fog for mosquitoes. And then usually it only does that the first time it starts, and then it'll run for a few minutes and it shuts off, and then my Bosco heater starts running, and because when I turn my Bosco heater on, that turns that on, I guess, or maybe I'm not doing it right, I don't know, but because the control panel's not nearly as good as the green one. The green APU, it's got a digital display, or at least the ones I had, and it said how many hours you had used it, so you knew how long it was for an oil change, and it was a really good system. And I'm almost, I don't want to speak out of turn, I'm almost positive, for certainty, that before summertime, I'll get rid of this Thermo King or Thermo Tri-Pack Evolution, whatever the heck it's called, and get me a greenie put back on this thing. The only way I wouldn't is if I'm going to trade this truck in this summer, and I don't think I'm going to trade it in until next year. So, yeah, I don't. This thing's just not very good. What is he banging on? Oh, he's banging on the trailer next to me. And I've never had any trouble with the batteries running on, but like I don't know how to set this one to keep the batteries charged. It never turns itself on. The other one, it was just a little button on the screen on that green APU, and you just said hit it. Battery maintenance. It said battery maintenance, or it was one of the selections, you know, cool, heat, or battery maintenance or something it was called. And I'd turn that thing on, and I'd hear it out in the yard, you know, if I set all weekend. Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, it might you hear it turn on, it run for a little bit and then shut itself off, maybe. And then in the winter, and it's way quieter. That green APU unit is way quieter than this thing. I was wondering if this thing didn't have a muffler on it. It was so loud. Terrible. But anyway, I just wanted to chime in on the APU talk. So God bless everybody, and we'll talk again soon. And I'll probably do one tomorrow before I leave, or when I'm down in Evansville getting unloaded or reloaded or something before New Year. So anyway, God bless.